Hello, everyone. Oh, shit. Ian got that new shit out. You hear it? I've been jamming on it. Got my lapis on. Y'all ain't ready. Yay. I'm feeling. Woo! This CD here is called Rebirth Magic. And fuck when I tell ya. Yes. You hear it? I'm just gonna vibe out for a minute while everybody gets on. I've been grounding, centering, talking to people. Oh, thank you. Breathe, guys. This is dope. This whole CD is so dope. If you don't know me, I'm Sarah. I listen to Listening to Smile. Ian Morris is the founder of that. We got some healing vibes. I love them. I put them in my work. I put them on for my breakfast. We roll around in them. This is Rebirth Magic, and this is what's happening. What's happening? Yes, I love him. Hey, I just commented I'd stay, but my phone is this, and boom, there you are. I love you. I love you. This is going down today, boy. I bet you I get some views on this one. Y'all are some clickbait people. I love you, Charmaine. Clickbait. Sex is that clickbait. That's what I'm learning. I mean, hey, I don't normally do that, but sometimes you gotta get the message out there, right? Woo, it has been going down for real, so we ain't talking nothing but the truth up in here in my church. I love y'all. I love you guys for coming and watching me, for messaging me, for working with me, for telling me about you, for sharing the doo-doo with me. That's how we're healing, guys. We're all sharing this doo-doo. We're all talking. We're getting more comfortable talking about being in the doo-doo. And thank you. That's why I wore my Hakuna Matata shirt today. I'm learning to not give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, guys. And you know what? I didn't even realize that I gave a fuck what anybody thought about me until I noticed. That's how this stuff works, right? You don't notice until you fucking notice. So love yourself and be gentle with yourself. It doesn't fucking matter. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I have friends that are pastors. I have friends that are witches. I have friends that work with the dragons. I have friends that don't know anything about any of this stuff. I love you all. I love you all. I see now how all of us together are really fucking one. All of this makes the one. All of this makes the one. Sex makes the one. Sacred sex makes the one. Speed bumps makes the one. I'm sorry's makes the one. Self-love makes the one. All of these things that we're about to talk about, they make the one. The one. The everything. The magic. The tears. The one. We are really all one. I'm hyped, guys. See, this is how I get hyped. You know, these rebirths, I sat with myself. I cried with myself. I shared it with you guys, right? I'm getting better. I'm getting better at coming out and sharing all of it, right? It's been a process. It's been a journey. Thank you to everybody who loved me through this journey and didn't try to stuff me in a box to make it all make sense. Share this if you want to. I love you guys. I fucking love you guys. Anybody who finds my videos and gets to messaging me and talking to me on video, and the friends that I have all over the world, I love you. I love you. Sometimes I don't always tell you. Sometimes I don't always get back to you. Sometimes I roll off in the doo-doo and I cry for a little bit, and then I come back and I tell you I love you. I love you. I love you. We are one. Yes, mama. Hakuna Matata, right? Guys, so I want to talk about, sacred sex and the self-love journey, right? Because that goes into it deep, and that's where a lot of this is. That's where a lot of the doo-doo is in the sex space. My very first video was about the sex space. This is some funny shit, how it all just wraps around and loops around and comes back and goes to you and goes to me, and we get to share. And hey, girl! I love you guys. Somebody gave me a hard time about drinking coffee. So I got my extra big glass today, and it says I love me. So worry about you. Worry about you, man. Worry about you. It's my advice today. Worry about you. Hey, love. We can't wait for Blaze's birthday. Worry about you. Worry about you, guys. You know me, I'm Sarah Richardson. I'm always think up style, right? Some people like it, some people don't. I fucking love all you guys. The people that message me love, the people that message me, bah. I love all you guys. Some people make me cry, some people make me laugh. I love all of you. I love all of you. Some people steal my Facebook, some people steal my ideas. I love all of you. If my heart and my passion can spark you to move your fucking life somehow, I love you. Whether you move away from me or you move closer to me, I love you. To see you ignite with fire and passion and self-love for yourself for no other reason, I fucking love that shit. It fires me up. Whether you're with me or against me, I love you. It fires me up. I don't really much care about putting people into boxes. I'm learning about me. I'm not trying to fit you anywhere into my life. If you fit into my life, you fit into my life. If you don't fit into my life, you don't fit into my life. I don't grab for people. I don't search for people. I don't seek for people. I don't seek validation. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to know. There are times that I want to know so bad that I'm grabbing. And then there's just times that I'm just floating like, fuck it. That's okay. I love you all too, Katrina. Got that listening. Oh yeah, this is a good one when I tell you, man. Guys, I'm loving all of this. So, I've been going back in. I've been like revamping myself and rebranding myself and really trying to get like, all right, Sarah, like, what do you want for this? You know what I mean? You're always think up style. This is, you started this by yourself with nobody around you. Then you got all these energies in, and then you had to learn how to deal with that. And now what do you want for yourself? After everything that you've seen, done, heard, said, felt, what do you really want? I love you guys. That's what we're figuring out. We're figuring out what do we want for ourselves, our circles. Sometimes it's the tiniest things. Like, I wanted my inner circle to be good. I wanted my family to be good. I wanted the people that I love the most and that I think of the most, I wanted them to be good. And so I thought that into my life. And, just yesterday I'm sitting there and I'm sitting with my dad and I'm sitting with my mom and I'm sitting with my baby. And I was just like in the energy, and I've just been learning how to feel, guys. So, I've been a feeler my whole life. I felt the truth my whole entire life. So, I got deep into my I'm sorry's yesterday. I'm sorry to my mom. Like, oh my gosh, guys, there's so many speed bumps in this road of self-love. You're going to be going good, and then you're not going to be paying attention. You're looking at the trees, then you're going to hit a speed bump, maybe a little too hard, and it's like, fuck, I didn't want to do that. But then you're like, all right, we're good. Like, it was just a speed bump. It's just a tire. It's just, it's okay. It's all right what you're going through. Guys, I was looking back at my YouTube because I'm revamping my YouTube and I'm adding my videos all in there. If you've never seen my YouTube, go there, like it, subscribe it. I'm going to get really deeper into all that. It's kind of where I've been moving my creation. I'll share it with you guys. I'm not going to drag you there. You have to go there, subscribe, like my videos, share them, whatever. There's some stuff on there already. And I'm learning to, work with the universe and get back. I have no access to my old videos because my Facebook got hacked, right? So I have to figure out a team of people to put together to go in and steal my videos and upload them to where I'm going. Guys, things are happening. And so I'm looking at my old Facebook videos, and I was talking to my friends, and I love my friends because we're creators. And they pump me up. They're like, okay, now what one of your Facebook videos or YouTube videos had the most views? And I'm like, well, duh, the one I was talking about sex, right? That, it's clickbait, man. Everybody sees sex and they're like, I need to know, right? You do need to know. You do need to know. You do need to know all of this. Trust me, this journey that I've been on, you do need to know all of this. So that's what I'm here for. So in my videos, I look back and guys, I used to share my fucking phone number in my videos. When I first started these videos, I felt the passion in my heart that everybody needed to know this so bad. had me sharing my phone number like I wasn't reaching people from all over the world, right? I had no idea at that time and place where I was sitting in my life how big my videos would get and how big my messages would get and how many people that I would meet from this journey and speaking the little bits that I was able to speak while I was able to speak them, right? And so watching these videos and I'm seeing I shared my phone number and I'm like, oh, you shared your phone number with strangers. Like, I don't have the same phone number. So if you look at my YouTube and you see my videos, my phone number is totally different. I had to change it in the name of love because I put my phone number on social media. So there's speed bumps, right? That was a speed bump for me. I'll share my speed bumps with you guys. There are speed bumps. And it's just like these moments where you're just like, duh, dumb, like, and you can't judge yourself, you know, for that. Like, if I would have seen that from an unhealed space, I would have been like, not being able to forgive myself. But when you do this self-love work and when you work on yourself, you know, things like that I'm able to look at now and just crack the fuck up. So when you guys get on my YouTube videos and see where I used to share my phone number, laugh at me please, because it's fucking hysterical that I had no idea, you know, how powerful my message was and how the things that hurt me in my life really brought me to the magic in my life, and how just something as simple as, you know, taking a situation and breaking it all down and finding the love in it, how that can help other people. And so thank you, because like all my videos really are is just me coming on here, sharing the shit that I go through in my home life, in my personal life, in my work, the things that I see, how the collective is moving together and all of those things. And I try to bundle it up in the name of love and bring it out to you in a really simple way. And it's effective. And you guys are loving it. And thank you. Mwah, I love you. The messages that I get on the ways that people are loving themselves fill me up. Fill me up. I don't know how to share them. I don't know. I honor people's, privacy and space. And I know that, you know, a lot of people don't talk to people about these things, these healing things. You know, when I am talking about sex and sacred sex and self-love and all these things, people get like a little bit, not sure what to do. Hey, girl. Laughing at self daily. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Me and my baby, we were up late last night laughing. I cried. I went to see my dad. I saw all these healing things, and then I came home and I reflected. And you know, you're just always moving through this life, and it's going fast. And it's like, you know, you want to heal, but then you need to live, but then you need to love, but then you need to trust, but then you were hurt, and it's just like all these weird things. I love you. I love you, girl. You know, and it's so funny that like, you know, I don't even know you, but I think of you and I see airplanes and I get pumped up, and I just know that my friends are out here doing the same thing as I'm doing. You know, we're creating our lives by what we feel in our hearts, and tuning into those feelings and tapping into those feelings is like work. That work. For real. Because, you know, that's what we were always taught, is that like, you know, don't go into your feelings. You know, keep your feelings in your physical life separated. You know, that's just, people were just really huge on that. And, you know, seeing right now my mom and my dad, and, you know, there's a lot I can share and there's a lot I can't share because I honor people. And so, like, I want to share it all, but I'm, like, not sure how to, like, bring it all out and not, like, put that person, like, out on blast, you know? And it's like, but I see the divinity in it all. And so it's like, you know, a general is like, you know, I'm looking at my mom and my dad, and then, you know, thinking about my child's father, and just seeing all the fears and the programming and the sex space, and how we were all taught to not share our feelings and express our feelings with one another, and to hold everything in, and to not be a burden or a bother to anyone, and be tough, and all these things. And you know, you watch people do what they think is right, and then you see them get to a place where they're just so frustrated with themselves, and they don't know what to do, and they do really have love for everybody, but they're so angry. And it's like, I get it, because it's like, you know, everybody is scared really to heal and be free. You know, to tune in. Your sex space is your power space and your creativity and everything. And so, you know, when you're tuning into that, it's a scary space. It's like, whoa, you know, all these things happen in that space. Guys, my first video on YouTube was about sex, and it was about how I made a baby from a broken sex space. It was about that. And even in like to look back to that day, I didn't even realize how big of a deal it was what I was running into and what I was noticing and becoming aware of in my life. I didn't know it was a big deal. Like, I felt it in my heart, and I just kept going with my feelings. And sometimes I got off track, and sometimes I got back on track. And humans are angels, and angels are humans, and this is a big thing. But being a mother has been my greatest gift, and being a mother has been able, I've been able to look at my mother now and see that different, and see, maybe the things that I got bratty about or whatever, her being a mom to me was probably scary as fuck. I'm like this. I was a weird kid. I was the kid that saw dead people. I was the kid that spoke with her fucking truth. I was the kid that would call somebody out on lying. Like, my mom would be there like, I'm so sorry. My baby is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And I love you, Mom, because it's like, maybe there were like the things I was paying attention to fell off or whatever, but like, what I didn't realize is your love for my weirdness through this journey. Like, your just ever-present love for my weirdness. The way that you just... I love you, Mom. I gave my mom the ugliest part to me. When I got hurt and when I was going through all my things and when I had my baby, I gave my mom my ugly, man. Like, I gave her my roughness, my rage, my... all of those things, and she just loved me right through it. I love you. There's nothing like the mother's love. There's nothing like the mother's love. And then that goes so back, so deep, and then that goes to like the mother of us, and what that love is for us, and how your mother knows your weirdness. Like, I went back, y'all, I'm telling you. And me and my mom, she's like one of the people that I find friction with in my life, and I love her, but we will go through this life, and then something will happen, and like we're there again, but she still loves me even still, and it's like, I think she knows I'm trying to work on it, but sometimes like I'm rough. I'm sorry, Mom, and I want to work on this because I want to go into this sex space and see like what's getting us off, and try to help my baby, and try to get more comfortable with talking about it and on all that stuff. I see now how I separated feelings from everything, especially sex. And so, when I was out here, I was taught to work hard and to be strong and to be smart and to be beautiful and to be funny and to be all these things, and I didn't let my feelings get in the way. Like, I felt like feelings like got in the way. Like, feelings made you weak. Like, feelings made you vulnerable. Like, like, don't get in your feelings. You don't have time for feelings. Just keep going. That feeling bullshit when nobody cares about your feelings. You know what I mean? And it was like, I had great parents, but they were raised in that too. And so it wasn't that they didn't really care about my feelings. It was like they didn't really know. I was a deep feeler as a child, and I would just let it out, and my parents would be like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But then I got to a place in my life where sharing my feelings so many times had ran me into some reckless situations, and so when I got injured and I hurt myself when I was about 13, I learned to think my feelings through logically in my own mind and not share them out with people, and how to disassociate. I had so much pain in my body that I was disassociating my physical body from my mental body. Like, I was in pieces. I was all over the place. But most of all, I saw how my feelings got really disconnected whenever I would have sex. So, like, I'm this, like, loving being, and I love everybody. But then as soon as I would have sex with somebody, I would, like, automatically try to, like, disconnect feelings from that thing. Like, just, let's be, like, really real about this. Let's not, And so to the point where, it would almost draw like this invisible wall down between me and that person who I would sleep with, right? And so I didn't even know what it was. Like, I love you, I love the experience, I love everything, right? But I don't know what it was. Something about, my feelings when I would share my body with someone were just to shut down. Like, I didn't want to share my feelings with them. I didn't want to get in their way. I didn't want to get them off track from their mission. I had all these things that I thought were like really good ideas, but in the simplified version of it, it's like, wall, none, done, and then my friends were like, I don't get why this isn't working for you. And I'm like, I know. But in my subconscious, I wasn't telling my friends, like, hey, as soon as I sleep with this man, boom, I shut it down. I shut it off. I get strong. There isn't even a reason. I was defending myself when at times where there weren't any reasons. And it's like, you could try to get real logical with it and think your feelings and be like, oh, well, I got hurt before. That man kidnapped me before. These things whoa, duh, that's why. Protect yourself, get mace, all these things. But then you're like, hold on a minute. That person wasn't the same person, and I did the same exact thing that I did to that person because it's a mess, right? It's like you're trying to, I didn't realize that I was doing that until I realized I was doing it. I didn't realize I was doing it until I realized I was doing it. So, like, when they say that there are levels to this, there are levels, and wherever you are, you have to come up from your things, and you can go up real high and you can come crashing back down because you didn't build that middle. And so self-love, you're just chipping away at spaces, and some things don't make any sense, and they go here and here and here and here and here, and they come back here, and you're like, oh wow, damn, that makes sense. Now let's go here. And then you go forward, and then something else in the back makes sense, and then that's how it is always going. I'm going to read the comments in a second, but I'm on fire right now, right, guys? So, along my way, I was thinking feelings into logical, and I couldn't speak my feelings out because when I used to speak my feelings out, I used to get shut down all the time from speaking my feelings out. Energetically, it wasn't like a bad thing. I didn't get my head beat in or anything like that, but like energetically, I would get the smackdown for speaking my feelings, right? And so I learned to stop doing that. And I knew my heart, and I knew that my heart was going to get me good things, right? And I just always knew that. So this was a long time. I mean, guys, I would say that this went on from the time that I was maybe like, 13 all the way up until I didn't even realize it until like this weekend. I mean, like, you can go through these things, and I don't know, maybe in 2 years I'll come back and I'll even look at this a little bit different. That's okay, right? But along the way of my journey, even when I didn't know what I was doing, you are walking down the street one day and you get this gem, and it's this person that, like, just like get your feelings, and you can share your feelings with, and that you can trust them, and that you can share with them, and that you can do that, right? And so thank you to all the gems out there who have come in my life, who have been just so easy to talk to. Like, I have friends that I've had for years, and I can't tell them certain things, and then you meet this gem, and you're just like, blah, here's all this stuff about me. Here's me. And they're like, hey, I love it. That's it, right? So, at the beginning, I didn't have any idea that this has been about trusting my feelings. So, you go through stages and phases. I've been on this journey that I can really count for 12 years, right? But like, sometimes it really didn't feel like I was doing anything, and sometimes it really felt like I was doing too much. And, it's this weird journey. There's not like, I don't know, I feel like it's like in planes and not really like levels, like steps, like how we try to take it. So now I see that. And so, I never really, like, in disassociating my physical life with my feelings, I never really honored my feelings. Like, if a feeling would come up, I'd be like, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that shit. We gotta work. We got shit to do. That's how I was. And that's how a lot of my clients are. And that's how a lot of my friends are. And that's how a lot of people are. But you know, God, the universe, whatever, put this gem in me, where I can feel everything, and I can feel everything my whole entire life. And like, by everything, I mean like the truth. Like, I can feel the truth. I can feel lies. I know, I just know in my whole self. And most of the time along the way, up until yesterday, I didn't honor my feelings. You know, bit by bit, I'm learning to honor my feelings. Every, you know, thought, word, action, I'm learning to honor my feelings. I'm getting deeper into self-love. That's why I say to you, be patient with yourself. Self-love is a journey. Like, you're not just gonna wake up one day and just be living your life like it's golden. No, you're gonna roll around the duty. You're gonna have to clean yourself off. You're gonna have to get back up. You're gonna have to try new things. You're gonna have to cry for a little bit. You're gonna have to cuss somebody out. You're gonna have to shut somebody off. You're gonna have to trust yourself more and more each and every time through this process, right? That's just how it works. It's how it works. Thank you for every single message, for every single expression of love that you guys give me. Yes, girl. I know sometimes people message me and they don't think it's an expression of love, but it's an expression of love because I see the expressions of love in everything. Because the some of the things that you guys say aren't love have been like the most love to me in my life. Some of the things that, you know, I don't know, some things that hurt have been the most love in my life. And so, you know, I see my reflection in all of you. I see my reflection in my friends. I see my reflection in my now moments. I see the work that I've done reflected in my right now. Thank you. Thank you. It's crazy sometimes, right? It's overwhelming sometimes. It gets your, oh, right? But, you know, I love you all because, you know, as I see you grow, I know that I'm growing, and it's just, you know, becoming more and more and more and more, and it's just growing and it's expanding and it's just getting bigger and bigger, and it's in different areas and places nobody ever thought it would go, and I just see it everywhere, and I'm so thankful. And, you know, being able to see it and the littlest things that most people can't see has really helped me get through. That's always Think Up style. That's, you know, I can look at the tree and just be so fucking thankful that I can breathe this air. I mean, you know, where some people are worried about the chemtrails and things like that. It's like, I get it. I know about the chemtrails, but like, are you thankful that you can fucking breathe? Are you here right now? Are you breathing in this air? Just be thankful. You know, we can worry about these things that we're afraid of, and we can worry about everything that we're feeling, or we can just learn to talk about it healthy. You know, that's what I've been learning. I've been learning to communicate my feelings in a healthy way, and that's with men, and that's with women, and that's with my sisters, and that's with my mother, and that's with, you know, every one of you. You know, guys, it's like this process. It's like you have this gift when you're a child, and then you were taught that this gift was your weakness, and then you got bundled up in that, and you were living this 3D life and just trying to fit in, and it was kind of working, kind of really not. And, you know, as you started to love yourself more, then your messages get more clear, and then your self-love gets easier, and then, you know, it's like you're peeling and chipping away at your own self. It's like you're breaking everything off to find your diamond. It's like you really have to dig deep inside of you. It's like you really don't have time to think about a lot of other people and get too involved in other people's stuff, because you got a lot going on with self. You know, your planet, you got a lot going on in your planet. I love you guys. I'm gonna hold on, let me finish this and then I'll look at your comments, because I love you guys. So, you know, lately, for the past couple months, we've been talking a lot about like the womb, the heart, and the mind. and it makes sense to me, because it's just like, it just seems like the three just major energy areas in your body. And so, you know, my communication hasn't always been on. It's like I've always been able to feel. I just haven't ever really learned how to express what I'm feeling in a good way. Like when I was expressing it, it was like blurting ow, it wasn't very graceful. And so, you know, that's what I love about, you know, this time in the divine feminine rising, is that, you know, it is like everything you always knew and everything that you always were, just kind of like upped to a more graceful level. I don't know if that makes sense, right? And this is in all of us. And so, you know, I've done so much self-work, you know, for 12 years, and then like really like the last 5 years, and then really the last 2 years, and then really the last 2 months. And so, you know, you can break this apart however you want to. It's just, how are you looking in on you? You know, are you trusting in your intuition? Are you trusting in your feelings? You know, I wasn't trusting my feelings, so it's okay to get on here and say, hey, it's me. I ain't trusting my feelings. I ain't trusting my feelings. I've been hurt. I ain't trusting my feelings. It's okay to say that, as long as you're ready to face that and really, you know, try to chip away at yourself and try to learn how to trust your feelings, because your feelings are where it's at, guys. Your feelings are, you know, that's the God in you. That's the guidance. That's the enthusiasm. That's the cheering section. That's the protection section. That's the, you know, that's the excitement. That's the fire. That's the flame. That's the flame in you. That's the flame in you. So I did a regression in December. Oh, thank you for my regression. It was so fucking huge. And you guys know it got me quiet, right? So I haven't really been out, and I haven't really been on since December. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for it all. At first I was like, oh my God, I don't know what just happened to me. But it was a feeling. I saw this post and I got this feeling from this post. I sent a message. I got a feeling from the response. My human was like, girl, you don't need this. You've been going through too much. It's been too much stuff. You do not need this. But my feelings were like, no, you do need this, and you don't even know how much you need this, and so you can either trust that or get with this, right? It's kind of how it went. And so I'm making little moves in the name of love, and I trust it. And I didn't know about it. I had no idea about this work. I didn't research it. I mean, he asked me a couple questions. I knew, you know, that conversation. I really wasn't sure what it was. You know, in this, you know, I studied chakras. I studied chakras for 12 years. I've known about your chakras for 12 years, and mine. I've been in mine. I've been in everybody's that I'm around. I can feel everybody. That's my gift, right? Gift. Sometimes it doesn't always feel like a gift. I love you guys. So, you know, that was like kind of the first step I made in the name of love, a trust in my feelings. Like, you know, the logical feeling is like, you should research this. You should really look at what you're getting into. Are you protected? Are you okay? You're a single mom, Sarah. Like, you know, like you can ramble on and on and on and on about that. Or you can just say, hey, man, I got this really deep feeling that I have to do this, and so I'm just going to do it. And, you know, I test spirit, so I'm like, okay, you know, if it's this price, I'll do it. And when they get back to you, it's under that price, and you're like, all right, word. You know, test the spirit. Test this whole process. Test it. It works. Test it. You know, and so in my looking at my first video and everything like that, I learned how broken I was in my sex space, or disconnected, or, you know, maybe, like I told you guys, I was disconnected from feelings in my sex space. And so I didn't understand that. And I like tried to explain it to my friends, and I tried to explain it to my mom, and I tried to explain it to my baby dad. And I'm trying to explain this to everybody, and they're like, I don't know about that, right? Well, I had to go on my journey. I had to learn about it. So in my regression, they tell me, you know, the word gets out that Lilith held a contract on my womb. I didn't know about Lilith. I didn't know about all of these entities that were involved with me. I didn't know the names of them. I didn't know. I didn't, I was always think up. I was positive. I wasn't researching bad things. I didn't want good news only. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to, I just want the good news. I just want the good news. That's the lane I was in, right? And, I worked in some dark places and I worked with some dark things and I know darkness and I love all of it, right? There's no judgment, there's no anything, but I didn't know about my own self, right? And so Lilith held a contract on my womb. And I went deep since December and I've been, researching all of this and trying to look at my life and see, like, where is that in my life? Like, what is that doing in my life? What is that doing to me? What is that doing? How is that playing out in my life? How is that same story my story? How in the fuck is all this fitting together like this? How does this make everything make sense? How does this make every single piece of my whole entire life make sense in this way that I don't even know how to say that anything makes sense? Her feelings ruled me in my sex space, right? So Lilith is a thinker of feelings, right? Lilith never talked about her feelings. And I was confused about this. And it's like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I knew, like, physically that I got a hernia. And I knew I had a baby from a broken sex space. And I knew that I was shut off in my sex space. And then I learned that I was trying to control myself in my sex space. And then I learned that sacred sex was a big thing about control in the sex space, right? Mom, yes, baby. Can I come in? No, hold on 1 second. I'll be right down. And so, guys, in learning all of this and getting to all of this, it's like, that's where my confusion, that's where I found where I was confused in my life. That's where I found and become aware of the patterns that I keep creating in this sex space, and why it was so easy for me to not express my feelings in the sex space. I didn't know, I didn't understand, and by not wanting to face my darkness and by not wanting to look at myself and by not trusting my own feelings about certain things, I went through the doo-doo, man. If you're not trusting your feelings, you're going through the doo-doo. If you're not, if you're living your life for someone else's emotions, you're going through the doo-doo. I love you. I love you. You have to trust yourself on the work that you need to get done in your life and the people that you need to meet and the people that you need to sleep with and the people that you need to conversate with and the people that you need to give your love and the people that you don't need to give your love and the people you need to cut out. You need to feel all of that. That is your guidance system. I am not your guidance system. I am not your guidance system. I'm my guidance system. I have to guide myself. And by me guiding myself, maybe I can strengthen you to guide yourself. I love you. I fucking love you. I love you, right? And so I've been kind of quiet. I've been feeling in my now moments. When these now moments come up and it's my parents and it's my dad, and it's my mom and it's my baby, it's my stuff, I just feel it. Oh my God, I feel it. And if I need to cry, I cry. And if I need to talk, I talk. And if I need to I and whatever I need to do, I just do. And I've been getting involved in my inner circle's feelings, and I've been wanting to know, like, how do you feel in my inner circle? How do you feel? How do you feel about what I do, what you do, what we do, what it is? How does your body feel? How does your heart feel? How do you feel about the creations that you have in your life? How do you feel? Because that matters. It's funny. I remember like a year ago fighting for my life, for my baby's feelings, and like, I wasn't doing that for my own feelings. It was just easy. Like, once you do that for your own feelings, then it's just fucking natural to do it for your baby's feelings. I love you guys. I love you because we're all connected, man. I share this weird, goofy shit with you because it's just real. It's fucking real. So I'm sorry to my mom for all the hell I put her through. I'm sorry to my dad who raised me, my dad who made me. I put them through hell. I'm sorry to my Nana. I'm sorry to True's dad. I'm sorry to anyone that I slept with and froze up and made you feel like it was you. I'm sorry to, my sisters for maybe, trying to be too logical about life where I didn't let them see the magic. I'm sorry to my ladies that, I maybe was like, hey, get a little tougher. And you were just like, I just want to be a girl about it. These programs are so deep, guys, in the subconscious, and so they're so much deeper than you. We are living from others' emotions. We are living from others' emotions until you look in you and find a way to clear that out. You know, in my regression, it was a big thing about the masculine and feminine, and so that's what I'm about to get into, and it's going to be fucking greatness. I love the masculine and feminine. I did not know that this was my work. I feel so great. I feel so great. I've always loved the masculine and feminine. I've always loved my mom and dad. Like, even in all the dysfunction and the hurt and the pain and the emotions and the not sharing your feelings and acting out of craziness, right? I always loved it. Like, I always loved the love that was there. So let me read a couple comments because I'm about to cry because this is deep. I love you guys. I love you all. All right, so here we are. Betty. Hi, Betty. Hi, Danielle. I love you, Aaron. Emotions and physical health are interconnected. I've suppressed so much. It's manifested in a not so healthy way. Doing the work is vital to our well-being. Absolutely. Absolutely, Betty. And, you know, everybody, if you just, you know, share little pieces with how you do your work, that helps everybody, because some people think that certain ways aren't self-love, but they are. You know, sex is self-love. Like, I just learned on my soul vacation that all sex is sacred. And, you know, you can get froze up. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it all. And it's just like, you know, who would ever think that, you know, sex was something I needed to do to heal? You know, I've been on this sacred sex journey. I've been sharing this. I've been teaching it. I've been making money off of it. And then now here I am making plans to go and, you know, do it. I love you guys. And I love my experience. It was fucking phenomenal. And now I'm coming back and everything. You know, I had clients that would say, well, what about when I do have sex? And I would just be like, I don't know. I don't really know, because I never really had that experience. And so, you know, now I have more to give, and now I have more to share. And like, you know, really that was the place in my life where I was trying to, that was the last piece of my control. That was the last place that I had to hold control of myself. You know, I had full control over my sex. You couldn't budge me on my sex. But then what happened was my creation got locked up, my power got locked up, everything kind of got like stuck. And so I had to get that unstuck. And so thank you. Thank you. See, all sex is sacred. Every single thing about this journey is sacred, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. True, scary as fuck. Can completely relate. Wow, deep. Yeah, this shit is all deep. I was so scared to open to everyone until I met my fiance. I relate so much. Yeah. You know, mine isn't just one person, and so mine is just like a lot of different people with different energies, and it's like people. I'm learning to trust my feelings. I'm learning to trust who I can trust. Yes. In the doo-doo right now. I'm sending you love to in the doo-doo. I've been there. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Clean it up, baby. I love you. The doo-doo hurts. Feeling overwhelmed with life. Take a breath. Breathe in life. Breathe in life and breathe out the nonsense. Just breathe in life and breathe out the nonsense. Breathe in life and breathe out the nonsense. And do that for 5 days if you have to. I love you. I love you, Carolyn. Self-love is an epic journey. You gotta grab your board and your truth and ride that wave. Absolutely, that is what is about to be talked about. Being human is hard. Oh, yeah, it's getting easier, girl. It's our words, it's our thoughts, our words, our feelings, our actions. You know, what are we talking onto our journey? What are we talking onto our life? So I've been through some rough stuff, but I gotta give it so much love in the name of love, because I can't give that my power anymore. You know, I have to put my power where I want my power. I can't put my power into the rockiness of life and the things that I've said to people that have hurt them and the ways that I've shut myself off and not shared my feelings. I have to start with right now and be like, all right, I'm going to share my feelings, and anybody else, I'm sorry. Boom, right? I can't go back for 35 years and just get real like the doo-doo about it. No, I just have to be like, I'm sorry. I love you. I see it. I know it. Now I see it. Now, right now, I'm gonna live in self-love better. I'm gonna share my feelings better. I'm gonna take every now moment. I'm gonna honor and cherish the divinity of that now moment, whether it looks like doo-doo or it looks like a diamond. I love it, right? Thank you. I love you. I love you, Carolyn. I love my friends. Yes, I feel this. I love you, Asia. I want to express and share some things, but I don't know how. Girl, you just got to get in there and you got to do it in a way that feels good for your heart. And you got to do it in a way that feels good for you. And, you know, I didn't know how either. And so, you know, you just start with your tribe. You know, call me, tell me, you know, call somebody, start picking away at it, start gathering, you know, your data, do however you got to do it. I support you and I promote you, and you can call me, you can message me, and I love you. I keep getting booted out, giving up. I do love me some me. A long, long life, some blessed love. Yes, I love you. The vibes are high in here. I don't know. Sometimes when the vibes are too high on certain people's videos, I get kicked out. I got blocked for liking someone's stuff too much the other day and commenting, but you had me so high in the name of love. I love you guys. Oh, I love this. I love you too, girl. I love them eyes too. I've been using them a lot lately. I wonder if somebody had a contract on mine. You know, it's wild, man. And it's like, you know, anybody can say whether it's real or fake to them or whatever they think or whatever it was or whatever. It was love to me, and I know that I had that shit on me for my life. I know that that was going on with me, and I know that that was my issue. I didn't know how to talk about it. Now I can talk about it. It took me months to be able to talk about it. But there's no way that anyone can tell me any different that wasn't rolling my whole entire life, because it was. And I've been getting healing work done for 12 years, like intense. Like I put it in my budget. I put it in my planner 4 times a month, all kind of different stuff. You know, I make time to love myself. I've been putting in work in the name of love, making videos in the name of love, writing things, doing things in my community in the name of love. And yet still that one space I couldn't fix. I didn't know that it was there. I mean, like I knew, oh, duh, it's happening in your life, right? But I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to get rid of it. I didn't know. And by trusting my feelings that some, you know, black Facebook post was where I was supposed to go was just like insanity. But it helped me. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if somebody, okay. How did you come to this knowledge? I just followed my intuition, love. I just followed my intuition. I'm learning to trust my feelings through her experience, yeah. Duh, but I was wondering what experience showed her that. I'm talking to Sarah. She can speak. Okay. It's all right. You know, I hope that you get it now, like, you know, through my sex life and through making a baby from a broken sex space and through, you know, just being really off in my sex. You know, it was funny because the regression didn't say anything about sex, and it brought me right to that space and right to that place. And so, again, thank you. You know, resonating with your words. Thank you, love. I love you, Stacy. Emotions created by a field that causes illness. The same field also heals illness. Yes, Robert. Yes. And you know, it's funny because, like, it was easy yesterday to look back at my 12-year journey and think, like, well, what the fuck was I doing all this time? But I was going in on other feelings that were causing other illnesses. And you know, there was never a time that I wasn't healing myself. It just didn't always look like that. You know what I mean? This whole journey has been dedicated to me. But sometimes I got caught up in other people's doo-doo and I got sidetracked for a little bit, and that's okay. You just come back. And so, you know, there's so many levels to this shit. So you don't have to come in on my level. You can, maybe you'll come in up here and then end up down here and then end up over here, and it's okay. It's all love, right? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said to me because my fiance called me, so I'll listen to the replays and let me just repeat it. Sorry, babe, I get these messages late and I'm on a roll, and so I'm reading them late. I'm sorry. I hope you get it. I love you, girl. But I love you too, girl, because I did hear you say that. Hi, Tara. I so struggle with how to focus on myself to bring and keep positive vibes. Yeah, Tiv, you gotta message me, girl. We gotta do some work together for sure. You know, it's not all about the positive vibes. It's about really, really falling in love with yourself. It's about really, really falling in love with everything that's good and everything that's bad about you. These labels we put on ourselves, right? I love you. I love you too. Same, getting better. Yes, I love my friends that love one another. You know, guys, well, I've seen a lot of my friends lately be talking about this whole twin flame thing, right? It keeps coming up, keeps coming up, keeps coming up, keeps coming up. I love the way that I look at the twin flame thing. I love the way that the twin flame thing is about me. It's about me. It's about me, and it's about every single one of you. So whether you're a chick, a dude, a kid, whatever, like that's what this is about. It's about me and you. It's about my reflection and everybody around me. It's about what am I bringing to my table? What do I keep recreating? What won't I let go? What won't I pull in? What won't I try? What am I afraid of? What am I doing, right? This is all these things. Nothing affects my inner kid. It just rolls back like water. Thank you for being part of this sensual journey. Much love and yes. Yeah, and I don't really try to let anyone or anything affect my inner ki, chi, whatever we're doing, right? But sometimes it happens, and I love you in that space too, and it's okay. And the things that are coming in to affect you, they're supposed to, right? And so, for the past 3 years, I've been learning about this whole twin flame thing. I love it, right? It has been the deepest part of my healing journey, really. This has been the past 3 years are the times where I was facing all the things I was talking down. And so it was really scary as shit. It was like my big shit that I was working on, and that's not always easy. And so you have to love yourself through that. I love you, love you, love you. I do believe that I am a twin because of my mission, because of my journey, because of my studies, because of my conversations, because of my lifestyle, because of my work, because of my home life, because of my family, because of my reflections, because of everything, right? I've been learning shamanic healing techniques and practicing each other. And man, this shit's intense. Have healing crises like a motherfucker. Yeah, healing crises are real, man. And when you're doing a lot of work and you're going into yourself a lot, you're gonna be expressing a lot and releasing a lot and saying a lot and feeling a lot, and just keep on following your feelings. Keep on trying to trust your feelings, and just because maybe you might be a little wrong, you need to maybe readjust that and try again. Honoring our feelings and not allowing them to control us. Yes, my feelings were deeply controlling me. They make me hurt people, and I'm out here in the name of love, right? So my feelings were making me hurt people, and I'm out here in the name of love, and I'm not even realizing what I'm doing. So I'm sorry. That's why I say it. I'm sorry. Speed bumps and I'm sorry. Because sometimes in the self-love journey, you hit a speed bump and you have to come back and say, hey man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. This is what it was. It wasn't you. And that helps people heal. I'm trying to embrace the good and bad about myself, but I keep allowing other people's issues in their way. This shit's hard. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. You gotta cut that shit off, And it's hard in the name of love to cut some things off, and you don't feel right in the name of love sometimes when you cut things off. And, that's been a big part of my journey. I had no idea about all of this, what was coming. I had no idea about this shift in vibration. I had no idea about my job as the bridge and the speaker and the one who had enough strength to come out here and share my doo-doo with you so you can heal from your doo-doo and all as well, right? I didn't know that. I always resonated with Mary Magdalene because from a very young age, I always felt like, sex was bad. From a very young age, I always felt like people were trying to put me in a box to understand me, trying to put all my things together to try to figure out what am I. You listen to rap music, you listen to jazz music, you listen to healing vibrations, you don't go to clubs, you don't have a boyfriend, something's, I've been through it. People have been trying to put me in a box. I don't want that box. It's like this journey really was all for me to be just really sure about what I want. And then in places that I'm unsure, I'm kind of open to receive a new idea or something like that. But the things that I'm sure on, I'm sure. And I'm trusting my feelings now. From here on out, mark my words, I'm trusting my feelings. This twin flame journey to me is about the inner work, the facing every single fucking thing that I'm afraid of, right? And how do you quit that? There were times I wanted to quit. There were times I was like, what is this? I hate all of this. But, if you quit, you're quitting yourself. Your twin flame journey is yourself. If you quit yourself, then, you're going to have to come back and try again, I think. Each person that I met along this way brought me closer to me, and thank you. Whether you're a man or a woman or a kid or, I don't even know, an elder, a shaman, a witch, a warlock, a gangster, ghetto, thug, I've gotten so much love from just everyone. every person that I met. You know, does everybody have the best intentions for you in your heart? No. But when you trust your feelings, then you know that there are people that do. You know, fuck them people that don't. It's okay. And you can love them still. You don't have to hold on to like, because this, not, whatever, I love you still. I hope you find love. Get out of here. There's enough for everybody. Bye. I'll contact you soon. Need some help. And as far as sex, what if you're not getting any with what's needed to go forward? Yeah, girl. We gotta talk. I got, I've been, you know, getting me in line and getting my services in line. And what do I have to offer you all? And how do I explain it to you? And how do I communicate this with you? Everything that I've been learning and what I'm creating with it, right? And so, yeah, Dave, definitely message me. I got all kind of things going on right now that are really, really great. You know, we got to invest in ourselves, guys. We got to really invest in the things that we feel that we need. And so if you are on this video and you feel like this is something that you need, message me, please, because I am more in line now with what I have to offer and what is my gift and what am I supposed to help people with out here. And I'm not for everybody, but this is for everybody, for sure. Everybody's going through this. Everybody feels this. Everybody's jacked up in their sex space a little bit. Each person that I met, like I said, you know, brought me closer to myself. And so whether it was like an off way or an on way, thank you, all of you. You know, I had sex, guys. Then I didn't for a long time. Then I made a baby. Then I tried to control my sex. I've done it all. I've done every single thing. There's not one right way. There's not one wrong way. You know, all sex is sacred. Every part of your journey is divinity, no matter what. I love you guys. And, you know, I swear, like, people can tell if you have sex. Like, I went to the casino and some guy that has been hitting on me for a long time was like, he said something, I can't remember the exact words, but he was like, something about, did you get your turtle dirty? I'm not really sure if that's the exact words, but I was like, what is that? He was like, Sarah, I can see it all over you. And I was just like, I mean, yeah, it was a good time, man. I didn't never know, like, the word for that, right? But yeah, thanks. It was a really good time. All sex is sacred. That's all I know. You are for me. I trust you. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, girl. I know I'm for you. You know, not everybody finds me, and you found me, Tave. I love you, girl. Not only did you find me, but you shared some all kind of days with me. Not a lot of people got to do that. We had some fun. So, you know, I took a soul vacation, guys. I took a soul vacation. A real one. It was out of my ordinary controlling myself. It was out of my ordinary for a lot of things. It was facing a lot of fears inside myself in the most creative, courageous way that I could muster up, right? The speed bumps are real, y'all. Like, the speed bumps that you feel out here when you're loving on yourself, they're so real. And it's like, you know, I shared in one of my videos, my last videos, that I went on this vacation. I'm supposed to be really excited. I'm crying when I'm going into the airport to leave because I feel bad for my baby. And there was just some speed bumps. And then, you know, I got there and I went through some things, and then I took some time to feel my feelings, and I was feeling some things, and I didn't know how to say them, and then I blurted some things out, and then there's speed bumps. It's all sacred. I love you, and I love that turtle. So all sex is sacred. And so, like, I've been teaching this sacred sex journey. And so, you know, I have to come out here and I have to do a video and I have to be for real. And I have to say that all sex is sacred. You know, you're not more sacred if you hold control over your sex, or if you have sex, or, you know, whatever. You know, I'm not, because I'm healing, I'm not any better than you, because you might be hurt. I was hurt and I had to do some healing. And, you know, that's just how this stuff works. Sacred sex, you know, I did that for 5 years, and that's where, you know, I had no partners, and it was just me and God, and there was some magic. You know, absolute magic. I learned about my worth. I learned about my power. I learned about my creativity. I learned about my divinity, how, what I loved, I learned about intimacy. I learned about all these different things, having a child, all these different things, and I created some magical stuff there. And then I got stuck. I got stuck in my creations. I had a deep fear of intimacy with others, and so I had an intimacy coach. I had talks with people. I had real life angels come into my life all along the journey, and you will too. I learned that in my sacred sex journey, it's what started off as just wanting to bring in the magic and honor myself and love myself and spread the love. That I became a control freak about that because there wasn't freedom. It was like starving thyself or something like that, right? And so it's like this hunger was like building inside of me for just to feel, to touch someone, to have someone touch me, to I mean it's just little stuff, guys, right? And so I was super stuck, guys, and I had no idea. And I'm out here teaching it in the name of love and charging people and coaching people, and they're seeing, right? They're seeing the differences and the magic in their lives. But then, when they're coming to me like, oh, I do have sex sometimes. What do you think about that? I'd be like, I don't know. Or if they would be like, feeling maybe like if they did have sex that was like a bad thing, that wasn't divine. And I don't know if I fed that. And if I fed that, I'm sorry, because sex is divine. And the more you honor yourself, the more your partner honors you. And the more that you work on yourself, the more that you link up with partners that will be honoring them. And the more you learn about yourself, the more sacred this all becomes. And we're from a place where, sex ain't really so sacred here on this earth plane. The all the judgments and all the things that everybody says, and all the hurt and all the fear and all the blocking and shielding and not sharing feelings and being stronger than you really are and all of that stuff, right? I've seen it my whole life. And so, the twin in me wants healing for the masculine and the feminine in you. And that's my job, and that's my mission. And maybe one day I'll have a best friend to do this work with. But if I don't, I'm okay, right? I'm okay because I love myself. And so, I have to focus on my journey. And so if you're on the twin flame journey and you're having a time right now where you're just like wanting to give up on love, then you're giving up on the divine masculine, divine feminine in you. And then that's it. You have to come back and figure it out. You're going to keep getting lessons. I mean, if you're a twin, you can't just shut it off. Along this journey, I'm going to share a couple things with you to let you know how real it is. So, like, I always resonated more with, like, the masculine side of all of it. The way they felt, the way they acted, the way they did. And then I resonate with some of the feminine side. And then I resonate with the runner. And then I resonate with the chaser, because I was trying to change being a runner. And, I learned a little bit about it, but I was still living my life. And so I've just been like an observer in love. And so I've just been like observing the way people around me love, whether they're married, whether they're not, whether they're different races, religions, make a baby, don't make a baby. I've just been looking. And I've been interested in the backstory of people. And so when people open up to talk to me, I'm like, oh, well, tell me about your parents. Tell me about your mom, your dad. Oh, that makes sense for your life, And it's like, I have to note that self-love has so many levels. And so just because you might be on a different level than me or might not understand this stuff like I give it to you, I have to get my stuff from somebody who's at a different level than me. And that's how this all works. And that's why we really do need all of each other, because, some person might get this all the way up here, but they don't get this piece. And so all of these things don't feel right. And then maybe years later, they get you with this piece and you're sharing your heart and they're like, oh, I need that piece to get whole, to get, and then they bring you and you bring them. And that's how this stuff works, guys. And so the fear and the judgments and the programming, that's what has to go for us to support one another and to attract the people that we're supposed to be around and let go of the people that are supposed to be with other people, because nobody is less than divine. So as self-love gets better, all gets better. So like as you go through these different places in your life and you learn to love yourself better, then everything gets better in other areas. Like things start to work out that you didn't even work on. All of a sudden, your mom and your dad are talking about some different shit, I've been talking to my sisters, my cousins, my friends. I've been speaking feelings to the kids. I've been, you know, everything happens for our growth, guys. Everything happens to get our attention. Everything happens for us to make adjustments in ourselves and our lives and to change and to, you know, that's hard to come out of these comfortable, not so comfortable places sometimes. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm a work in progress. You know, I was coming from broken, hurt, and angry, and I didn't even, it wasn't even my shit. I was so, like, guarded, and I never even been through anything. Like, I'm so guarded, and I never even had a relationship. But you would have swore I was, like, you know, 2,000 years old. I'd been through, like, all this shit that was just, like, you know, fearful and on guard and protecting myself, but trying to love and pinching myself off in the name of love. Really, that's all I was doing. You know, I'm going to tell you now, you know, I kept running into cheater, liar, manipulator energy. Broken energy. Hurt energy. That was a reflection of me and my broken. That was a reflection, you know, it's funny because you can have growth and brokenness all in the same fucking moment. In the same moment. Like, in the same day. You can have growth and broke. And it takes you 10 days to even realize what the fuck just happened to you. I love you guys. You know, you can see your growth through your reflection. So each person in front of you, each thing, each experience, each, you know, joy or tear or whatever, that's how you're seeing yourself. It's kind of weird how this stuff works. You know, but that cheater, liar, manipulator energy, that was a broken in them, and you know, there was a lot of it that I didn't understand because I wasn't that way, but like I knew that I held this like anger toward the cheater and the liar and the manipulator. I knew that I knew I loved them, but I had to really be able to see that like their cheater, liar, manipulator energy is just this mask that they're afraid to take off. You know, it's scary to take off your mask. It's scary to come out here and talk about sex and your sex life and what you did and what you've been teaching and what was wrong and what was right. But the more I do this and the more I take off my mask, the easier it gets to actually live in my peace. Just the, you know, self-love to me is like when you just feel this internal peace. Like, it's not about who likes you, who follows you, who loves your videos, who messages you. It's not about any of that. It's just about how you feel in yourself. And so, you know, there's no blame. When you look at these reflections in your life and they make you so happy or they make you so mad, you know, you can't blame them. You can just observe this. So this is just something that you can just observe your feelings about, right? So when I'm, you know, interacting with this person, I feel this. When I'm interacting with this person, I feel this. Maybe me and this person will feel like this for a little bit, and then we'll feel like this for a little bit. You know, tune into your feelings and start to honor that more and more. And as you do that, then more honor will come back to you. Self-love saves you, shows you, you know, honor you the most. Everyone hits speed bumps in everything, mostly sex, right? Energy work can bust you apart all over the place. You know, it's like cleaning your house. When I clean my house, I throw everything in the middle. Somebody might not like that about me. I don't give a fuck. That's how I need to do it, right? That's what I feel like this energy work does. It's like you throw everything in the middle of the room and you're like, what the fuck do I need and what don't I need? And sometimes you do it every year, and sometimes you do it for 12 years straight, and sometimes you take a year off, and sometimes you take 2 years on. I mean, whatever you want to do. You throw out what's not needed, and you open yourself enough to bring in new stuff that you never really even knew existed. Love the messiness of that. Love the messiness of that. Love the fact that you can go in, you can throw everything in the middle, and you can clean up house, and that you can come back and you can have love. Love that, you know, you have 86,000 breaths a day to create something new. It's up to you. It's up to us. You know, I had someone who triggered feelings in me. I had a lot of people who triggered feelings in me. Thank you all. That's part of this journey, this twin flame journey you guys talk about and get so caught up in. Make your love story. Love yourself. When you're loving yourself and your planet, you're creating your love story on your planet. It's about you. It's how you want it. It could be your work. It could be your turtle. It could be whatever the fuck you want to do, right? So, you know, I was a bull. Like, so when someone triggered my feelings, sometimes I was a bull. Sometimes I didn't say anything. Sometimes I bucked right up against them. Sometimes I spoke. Sometimes I never spoke. Sometimes I felt wild. Sometimes I felt wrong. Sometimes I felt free. So, like, along this journey, like, all kind of people triggered me, and I felt all kind of things from it, and it's okay. I knew it wasn't about them, and I knew it was about me, but I knew sometimes it wasn't always about what it looked like. It was about what it really was and what I felt by it, and to trust that more. It was wild as hell. I was nervous all the time. You know, trusting this process with no expectations was like, am I fucking crazy? Like, am I really fucking crazy with everything that I'm doing? Like, it feels so insanely crazy sometimes. You know, let's fly free, guys. It's like, I don't have it all figured out, but I'm closer than I ever was before. You know, I don't know. I'm not out here trying to say who's wrong or right or whatever, but I know self-love is a journey, and I know I've been on it, and I know I've been doing it, and I know I have work to do here, and I know that my job is to share my voice, and I know Lapis helps, and so I put it around my neck, and I knew that I had to come and share this with you guys today before I go spend time with my dad. You know, I acted on some of the things that I felt, and then some of them I didn't. And that's okay too, right? And so on my soul vacation, I think I moved the world a little bit. I think I moved the universe a little bit. It's kind of crazy to see like how, you know, this one little cell really is like the all, and like how the moves you make in the name of love like affect the all, and how even though nobody really knows about it, like it's still affecting the all. I love that shit. Hakuna Matata, sacred sex for the rest of my days. Love is real. All else is illusion. Yes, and all sex is sacred. You know, I still don't have it all figured out from my vacation, but love doesn't box love in. That is what I know. I went with some feelings that I felt. I loved every minute of it. There were places where I started to look at the fears in me and the things that come up when I do have sex, and when I, you know, I knew that I shut down this person I was able to talk to about these things. That's what makes it sacred. It's sacred to you how you need it to be sacred, right? And we just flew free. And you know, when you're trying to box in love, when when you're trying to think it into a box, into an understanding, into you, it scares people on an energetic way. It feels like a block. If you know, I froze a little bit after, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry if I froze. I just was thinking all these things, and this energy went like this, and I was thinking this, and was it great? Yes. And right. At first, you know, I came back and kind of beat myself up, like, you left your baby to go have sex, like a sex vacation, what are you doing? But then it was like, yeah, I mean, you've been a really good mom for 4 years. You've been really, like, honing down on life and creations and your work and your success, and you're good. You can do this, right? Your baby can be with her dad and your mom, and everything's fine. And so, you know, these boxes, that's why I'm so sorry to my mom and my dad and my child's father, my friends and my grandma and my aunts and my sisters, because these boxes are real, man. And like these fears and these ways that I shut down my feelings, it wasn't like an intentional thing. It was like this box that's been around my family, my ancestors for years and years and years. It was like this unspoken thing that as soon as I started talking about it, now me and my nana are talking about it, me and my mom are talking about it, me and my sisters are talking about it. I mean, we were talking freely about it with the kids. Like, you know, it's great. I don't think too much sex is wrong. I just think, like, you know, are you fully honoring yourself in that space? That's the thing. Like, are you just having sex because you're low vibes, or are you having sex to honor yourself? You know, do you feel good about that partner? Does that person fuel you? You know, this has gotten really personal for me, but like, are you just having sex with any partner just to have sex? Or are you just, you know, having sex because this feels like you're supposed to have sex? So I don't think too much sex is wrong. I don't think no sex is wrong. I think that both of them can be a little bit off. And I just think that, you know, are you really honoring you and loving you in that process? And sometimes you need to clear that out to gain your clarity in your creation space. I'm sorry to the ones that got trapped in the box. I'm sorry to my parents who, you know, were feeling all of this love and all of these things, and they didn't share it. They were going and just trying to be regular 3D people, the mom and the dad, the worker and the home giver and the parents and the keeping up with the Joneses in the life, and not really living for their feelings. And it's like, you know, sometimes when someone's been doing that for so long and then they start to do that, you know, sometimes divorces happen, sometimes moves happen, sometimes separations happen, sometimes new friends come in and old friends go out, and all these crazy things happen. But when you know that that was just kind of like a box that was trying to make sense of you, then you're kind of okay with that. And it's like, it doesn't, you know, I lost my best friend of 30 years, and there was a time I was really sad about that. But now it's like, oh, I get it. Like, I had to let my box down, and if she's meant to come back, then she'll come back, and I can't cling to that, even though that was like my safe zone. I loved it, but some things happened and I had to trust my feelings, and I didn't know at the time that we fell out that I was learning to trust my feelings, and I was stuck to my ground. There's no right way. There's no hurt too deep that you can't heal from it. So if you want it, it's yours. The 5D, I talked about the particles, bringing them to the 3D. And if you're off in your physical, then you're off in you. And so, you know, there's all kind of levels to this stuff. You know, the more you love you, the better, the louder you love you, the more you communicate how you love you, the more you know, love you when you cry, love you when you trust the unseen. You know, God, the universe, whatever you call it, knows. Like, knows what you've been through, knows your heart, knows where you bring it from, knows what you did, knows what you thought, knows what you heard. The hurt, the pain, the emotions, the fears, the past, the patterns, your heart, your feelings, all of that, the universe knows. And so the speed bumps are real. The speed bumps are real. Tomorrow is my favorite angel's birthday. And, you know, there was a time in my life where I felt like he was gone from me forever. I felt like I lost my soulmate, guys. That's what I went through. I don't know, 10 years ago, whatever. I didn't think that there was any other love for me in my life. I did not think that I was going to have a soul vacation like I just had. And that's growth, man. And it's like, you know, now I know he's always beside me, cheering me on and like showing me stuff, how I'll see it and how I'll get it, that it's from the universe and him, and how we're all one, and he's always there. And so that's the blessing. And it's like, you know, I lost him, and then I lost his sister, and, you know, to me, he's my strength, and to me, she's my love, and that's the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And, you know, through those two leaving this earth plane and wherever they are right now, they somehow managed to come back to me and help to feed my strength and feed my love. And so I'm thankful for my angels helping me to be free while I'm alive, right? To help our kids do this, because that's what I'm doing this all for, so we can heal ourselves, so our kids have an easier time with all of this. It's big stuff, man. Everyone gets doo-doo on their shoes sometimes. Everyone gets doo-doo on their shoes sometimes. You can, you know, laugh as you clean it off, or you can cry a little bit as you clean it off and then see it as funny later. Don't get so serious, guys. Lighten up, laugh. It's okay. We're all affected. We're all connected. Everybody's going through this. These feelings are super fucking deep, yo. Hey, love, riding the waves, high vibes fashion. Yeah. I'm Hakuna Matata. We're going to get ready to go hang out with my dad. He's healing up. I'm seeing the masculine and feminine heal through my dad in my life. I love this. I love this. I can't believe this is all going on. You know, we're coming out of the doo-doo together, guys. I'm revamping my creation, you know. When I had no sex, I created. Then I got stuck. Then I had sex. Then boom. Now I'm on fire, right? Honor all of you, the light and the dark, the good and the bad. Everything in you is oneness. Every single part of you. You know, my friend did a video the other day and the guys were talking about girls and the things that they don't like about themselves. And a lot of times, you know, the things that they don't like about themselves are the things that the guys kind of thought were like the cutest little things about them. And so I thought that was really cute, because there have been times as a woman that I thought like, I don't know. So just to hear the masculine talking about it and stuff like that, it's kind of like, let's test this out, see how it works. Test it out, guys. The universe supports and loves you. You know, your creation, your healing, your journey. Forward movement in your life. If you're trying to stick still too long and be comfortable, it's going to jolt you forward. It's going to push you forward. It's going to, you know, it's just going to keep on. You know, my feelings, even though I was not sharing them, they were still very much active in my life and really creating disease in my life. and to change the feelings that I had inside of me, change the way my body felt, and it made changes on my outside. It's crazy. It's you. It's you and you out here. It's you and you out here on your planet. It's you and you out here with yourself, with your sex, with your mind, with your thoughts, with your actions. Everyone is a reflection of you. And so each and every person is your teacher and you're their student, and vice versa. You know, I got deeper, guys, with all of my stuff. And so as I was in there and I was creating, you know, what my revamp for Always Think Up in my life and my business and what I want to do out, I'm successful, right? As I was reshaping that and redefining that, then I'm getting these new messages like, hey, do you want this public speaking event? Do you want this motivational speaking event? Do you want to come talk to these kids at such and such? And I'm like, thank you, universe. Because sometimes when you're chipping out old stuff and bringing new stuff in, it doesn't always feel right. But the universe always gives you these moments and these people and these earth angels to say, you're okay, you're good, you're on the road. Yeah, you got rid of that person, you added that person, but you're still fine. You know, guys, I've always been a bridge. Love has always been my intention. It didn't always come out like that. Sometimes it felt like friction. Sometimes I felt trapped when I couldn't speak my feelings to people. I couldn't, you know, when I would finally get that earth angel that I could speak my feelings to, I would just be like, oh, yes. You know, and now that's like almost every single person I talk to. And so thank you. Because, you know, as I learn to trust that, then I get more. You know, as you learn to appreciate the things you have in your life, then you get more. That's how it works, right? How it works. You know, God is sex. God is sexual energy. That's why I say this shit is church today, yo. You know, guys, when I got home from my soul vacation, my car battery was dead because it was cold outside. Nobody started my car. My car battery was dead. And, you know, we had to recharge my battery. And I looked at that situation. I said to my sister, you know, this car kind of is resembling my soul vacation. I had to go and charge my batteries doing some crazy shit, right? Guys, it's 2019. We're living. Let's not put people in boxes. Let's give people the freedom to be themselves and to speak their feelings, and let's honor their feelings. It doesn't mean you have to do what they want you to do. Just honor feelings. I see so many people having a hard time out here, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm here. Contact me. I got all my stuff in order, my coaching, my sessions, my videos. You are the greatest love. It's you. It's you. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm just here to help you see that, to help get you there. My mission as a twin is to get you out of the doo-doo and into the name of love, because everybody goes through the doo-doo. That doesn't define you. That doesn't make you. You are love. You know, the universe is fully supporting me to support you to love yourself, and that's what got me excited. I'm ready. I'm excited. I've turned down $1 million offers because it's my way. So I had a couple $1 million offers, guys. You know, oh my God. Did I ever think that was going to happen? No, I don't, I don't wear makeup. I wear whatever I want. I do whatever I want. But as I've been picking away, these offers have been coming to me. And not only did I get one, I got a couple. And it's like, wow. And I turned them down because this has to be my way, my heart's way. This has to be authentic as hell in the name of love. And I know that I'm going to be supported financially, in love, in my energy, in my food, in my days, in my moments, in my friends, in my conversations, in my messages. I know it. And not all people want the best for you guys, and some people will use money to try to trick you, and that's the sex space. And it's like, it's not about really having sex. It's about, do you fall for that fuckery? Do you fall for, hey, do this because I'm going to give you this money? Hey, be this because I'm going to give you this money? No. When you're in your power, you're like, no. But if that offer comes in like that one's going to be dope, because I ain't coming out of my power. Hakuna Matata, motherfuckers. I love you guys. I never thought I would even be saying any of this. I'm telling you. The universe wants the best for you. God wants the best for you. The universe supports you in love. God supports you in love. You are worth fucking trillions. And so don't settle for these little shits that people want to get to give you, to change your uniqueness. See, like you can't, if you have an offer for $1 million for me to change, I mean, you can try me and I bet you I'm not going to, you know, but if you want to collaborate and you want to make millions of dollars collaborating, I'm with that shit. I'm so with that shit. You know, that's one of my wishes. I want to be a fucking millionaire. I got a lot of work I want to do out here. I want to move love all over the place in massive ways. But I'm not going to lose my heart, and I'm not going to lose sight of my feelings, and I'm going to keep being real to my feelings, and I'm going to keep following my feelings. I'm going to keep trusting my feelings. And it's like, that might be $1 million deal, and I wrote that on my board, but my feelings about it are off, and so I'm going to have to say no. Rain check. Some are sent to test you. Some are sent to push you to your best, right? So, you know, on this twin flame journey, if you think it's supposed to be this one person, I want you to get into your feelings, and I want you to feel into your feelings. I want you to feel what is a test and what is pushing you to your best. You know, be patient with it. I'm learning to trust my feelings has been some work, and I'm still learning. Let's do this, guys. Let's trust our feelings. Let's teach our kids this. They know, they see, they trust, they reflect, and they mimic us, right? Everyone's hurting. Let's heal together. You know, the planet took a hit. Earth took a hit. People took a hit. Hearts took a hit. Wombs took a hit. Let's heal together. We're all one. You know, I have friends all over the world. I'm meeting people in all different countries. And I have so many people here. So, like, this is worldwide, guys. This isn't just for Facebook. This is going on in real life, in now moments, everywhere. And so, you know, we're learning to love it all. The darkness in us, the goodness, the badness, the hurt, the pain, the anger, the magic, the miracles, the power. It starts with you. Self-love is the only way. I know that I'm fully supported. I know that I'm divine. I know my darkness. I know my whole. I know it's up to me. If you want to ride the love wave, feel stuck in the doo-doo, then you will find me, and I trust that. I don't have to look for you. You find me. You message me. You come to me. That's how it works. You know, when I was finding my self-love, I had to get to them. I had to go. I had to jump out of my comfort zone. I had to pay the money. I had to trust the feeling. I had to test spirit. I had to do whatever I had to do that I had to do to get here where I am right now. There's no wrong way. There's speed bumps. It's okay. You know, if you hit up against something, if you got taught the wrong thing, if somebody hurt your feelings or triggered you, whatever, it's a speed bump. Speed bump. Say that. Speed bump. Speed bump. Or I'm just in the doo-doo. I'm going to clean off my shoe. I'm going to laugh at myself. Set boundaries. You know, that's self-love. Setting boundaries is self-love. Honoring yourself. Trying is self-love. Thoughts, words, feelings, self-love. I know it hurts sometimes in self-love. It's okay. I know it seems hard sometimes in self-love. I went in on me to simplify this for you. You know, I went in on the things that were going on with me. I shared them. I came out. I did videos. I cried out in public. I cried last night. You know, I'm listening to this music and I'm writing out this video and I'm just like bawling my eyes out about the people that I hurt from not knowing how to talk about my fucking feelings. I mean, like, I hurt massive amounts of people out here by not knowing how to talk about my feelings when it came to sex. It's big. It's big. And, you know, these people are hurt too, and I know that. And it's a really kind of uncomfortable place to be. And it's like, well, I'm not really sure if I should trust this. And it goes against everything. And how do you feel about it? How do you feel about me? How do you feel about my work? Let's do this, guys. You know, let's love all the way to the top. You know, there's abundance out here for everyone. There's enough for everyone. We're all connected. We're all healing. It goes back so many thousands of years, guys. All sex is sacred, man. All sex is sacred. You can shut it off. You can turn it on. You have to love yourself the whole way through. Your darkness, your lightness. You have to trust your feelings, and your feelings are guiding you. And how do you learn that your feelings are your guidance? By each time that you try it and it shows you. I love you guys because we're all connected. I got to go do some healing work with my dad. I got an update on the masculine. So my dad is going to come with me tomorrow to get some healing work. I'm super excited. He wouldn't do it. He can't walk. He has some things going on with his disc. I could just keep telling him my version of it. Simplified. We went up there last night and I said, I want to take you to my healer Monday. And he's like, well, all right, I'll be ready at 12 o'clock. And I was like, okay, good. All right. Cheers. And it's working. So thank you to all the masculine and feminine out here that are doing the work and that are facing these really tricky spaces in them and their fears. Maybe to everybody it's not sex. Maybe you might be fine in your sex space, but you need to do something better. Mine was sex, feelings, communication. I was stuck. And I had to trust my feelings, and I had to do weird things, and I had to feel uncomfortable, and I had to feel comfortable, and I had to analyze it, and I had to think about it, and I had to talk about it, and I had to talk to you guys about it. And now I'm just going to go chill with my dad and talk to my dad. Me and my dad have been talking about sex, my mom, it's really, that's why I brought this out here, because I knew that this is going on in the collective. I saw a couple posts about it. I saw all this shit about it. Let's talk about sex in healthy ways. Let's talk about how we can honor our sex. Let's talk about how all sex is sacred. Let's quit dividing each other. I love you. I love you too. Yeah, he's gonna be better. I'm gonna do videos about it, and I want to interview him along the process about so what did it feel like, Dad, going to get this unconventional healing? I love you guys because we're all connected. I really do. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I can share. I know that this might stir up some people's buttons or whatever, but that's okay. And I'm feeling good about my mission. I'm feeling good about where I'm at and what I've been through. And, I know I still have more to learn, and I'm excited for that too. It's exciting, in the self-love journey. Just, you kind of go up and down, and you're up real high, and then you get down the doo-doo, and then you're up real high, and then you get down the doo-doo, and you're not really sure what it's all about. And then you get a revelation, and then you go about your business. And, as long as your intentions are good and you can come back and say sorry, I think you're all right, man. I think you're all right. So I love you guys because we're all connected. One love.